Easy Tips and Tutorials, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make an animation with your logo similar to what you just saw at the beginning of this video. So I'm sure there's many ways to do it, but how I do it is I go on Keynote, or if you don't have an Apple, you have a PowerPoint, you can go on PowerPoint and do the same thing. I open up a blank white PowerPoint and delete the text boxes in there, and then I uploaded the images that you see on the computer right now. And we're going to start by placing an object, I guess kind of in the middle, wherever we want it to end up at. We're going to click on it, make sure it's outlined, and up here there's Animate. I'm going to click on Animate. Now there's 3 different time periods that you can choose from: build in, action, and build out. We're going to go over all 3 of those. Build in is how you want the image to appear. We're going to add an effect, and let's check out a couple one of these. So iris, kind of, you get the point of that. If we want to change it, we go to change. Anvil is going to drop it in. It's going to dissolve. You know, you can go through all these and see which ones you want to do. Let's just go with drop. Okay. Actually, let's go with you know what? Let's get creative. Okay. We're going to add none effect. We're going to move this down. We're going to take our circle, and you see how, I mean, this is pretty basic, but you go over top and it's covering up the object. You want to send it to the back. You basically want it to go behind that image. And get it lined up. And we're going to add an effect to this. Build in, it's going to drop. Okay? That's going to be our first action. Okay? Now let's click on the inside image, and we're going to make it we're going to make it white. Okay? So now we have 2 different built-in animations on 2 different objects. And we want to make sure that they do it at the times that we want to do it. So how we decide which order goes first, we go down to build order. And you can see the first one is the drop with the circle, and the second one is the wipe. And if we want to preview, we can click down here. But before we do that, it's very important to make these animations. This is like PowerPoint or Keynote. So on here, it's going to ask you, do you want to do the animation when you click, or do you want to do it after the transition? And for us, when we're putting it into a video, we want to do it after transition, because if you leave it on click, it's not going to turn out right, because it's going to be thinking that you're going to need to click it, or basically click the mouse button to have the animation go, and it's not going to work out. So we want to do after transition. Okay. And this one, instead of on click, we can do with build one or after build one. If we do it with build one, they're going to happen at the same exact time. If we do it after build one, it's going to happen after build. So let's click after build one. You can see they moved up together right there. Now, do we want to delay? right now there's no delay. So right after the first animation happens, the second one's going to start. So let's see how that looks. Let's go press preview. Okay. Now if we added a 1 second delay, it's going to wait 1 second before it appears. So let's make it half a second. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I like that better. You know what? Let's make this a little bit smaller. A little bit bigger. Okay. So now we have two build-ins for these two objects. Now what we want to do is we can add another action, another animation, and let's click action. So let's add an effect. So we can do flip, and we're going to go to the build order. See how it says on click? We want to change that to after build 2. Can't leave it on click when we're doing this video. And let's make it half a second delay. See what happens. Okay. And build out. We're going to add an effect. So build out is when it's basically going to leave the screen. We're going to do crumble. Build order. See how it's on click? We do after build 3. Let's have a half a second delay. And let's see what we're looking at right now. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, now let's click on the other object. Let's do a build out for that. And we're going to let's do flame. Nice. You see how I changed the duration and it changes how long this actually takes? So if you want it real short, real fast like that, or if you want it, 2.5 seconds, however long you want. Okay, build order, can't leave it on click. We're going to do let's see what it looks like with build 4. So instead of doing it after, these two animations are going to happen at the same exact time. The crumble and the flames are going to happen at the same exact time. Let's see what that looks like. Awesome. Okay, so now those were the build outs. That means that after that, these are not going to be on the screen anymore. Let's say we want to end with this, okay, on the screen. We're going to move it to where we want it, right in the middle. We're going to add a build-in. Let's see what this looks like. See what that looks like. Okay, that's pretty cool. We're going to go to build order, and we're going to go to after build 5, and let's make it half a second delay. Okay. X out of that. Now let's build it out, add an effect. Let's move out looks good. Build order. After build 6, let's make it a 1 second delay, and let's preview everything. Alrighty, so you can get creative on the build-ins, the actions, the build-outs. I'm just showing you how to do it. I know this is probably, when you're making it yourself, it's a little bit extra to have all this stuff going on. Normally I like the simpler, easier, more simplistic. I think it looks better, but it's totally up to you what you want to do. Once you're satisfied with everything, you look at the build order, make sure that everything is basically not on click. It can't be on click. It's got to be after the previous build. All these have to be connected in some way. They can't be disconnected like it's on the click, or else this is not going to work. What we're going to do now is we're going to go to File, Export, and we want to export to movie. Okay, export to movie. It's going to be self-playing, excuse me. Next. Intro video. We're going to export to downloads. And once it exports it, you'll be able to use it in any video. You just have to move it over to your video editing software. If we go in Finder, Downloads, Intro Video, we click on it. We got our cool animation to use, like we did at the beginning of this video. So guys, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, please leave it down below in the comments. If this video helped you, please like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, we'll see you next time on the next video.